So today we start with pseudo force. First of all, before we start that pseudo force, a very important thing. Uh, suppose we imagine a three-dimensional plane like a room or an elevator. Okay, that three-dimensional plane is called the frame of reference. Okay, now if a system is at rest or moving with constant acceleration. If a system is at rest or moving with constant acceleration, okay, then it is called inertial frame of reference. Then it is called inertial frame of reference. तो ये inertial frame of reference में क्या होगा? ये inertial frame of reference में suppose a string is there or a object is there, so tension or normal reaction is equals to weight. That means mg. You understand what I want to say? Suppose there is a weight machine, you are on the weight machine, so this weight machine measure mass is the normal reaction. Or if you are if you are holding a string, so then tension is weight. Everyone, is it okay? When if a system is at rest or moving with constant, my goodness, sorry, constant velocity. Everyone, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, second part is that if a system is at if a system is in motion moving with acceleration a, okay, means at any instant, if you understand that the system you have an acceleration on the system. What do you mean by the acceleration on the system? That means either the system is moving upward or downward with acceleration or retardation. Clear? So if you have this type of situation, okay, if a system in motion with some acceleration, then the system is called non-inertial frame of reference. Okay, then the system is called non-inertial frame of reference. Everyone, you understand what I want to say?
Yes, sir. Yes.
The system is called non-inertial frame of reference. And
excuse me, sir. Sir, একবার frame of reference টা একটু explain করবে?
খুব সিম্পল ব্যাপার হচ্ছে, if a system, ঠিক আছে, if a system is at rest or moving with constant velocity, then the system is called inertial frame of reference. And in inertial frame of reference, tension or normal reaction is the weight. Clear?
Yes, sir.
তার মানে no extra force apply. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Now, if the system moving with the acceleration, then the system is called non-inertial frame of reference, and a force applied in the opposite direction of motion is called pseudo force. I just give you some example, then you understand. Definition থেকে কিছু বোঝা যায় না, ঠিক আছে? Suppose this is an elevator, okay, and in the elevator a weight machine is there. If a person is standing on the weight machine, so mg is acting downward, normal reaction is acting upward, and now suppose the elevator is moving downward with some acceleration. So now as the system moving with some acceleration, so first of all the system is non-inertial frame of reference, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
as the system is non-inertial frame of reference, so inside the system means that person realize a force in the opposite direction of the acceleration. So that person realize an invisible force apply in the opposite direction. Let m is the mass of the person, in the opposite direction of this acceleration inside the system, in the opposite direction, mass into acceleration. Okay. See, we realize it like, suppose you are in a bus, okay, or you are in a car. If the car suddenly applies some brake, so acceleration is in the reverse direction of your motion, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Suppose this is my car, and if the car is moving forward direction, suddenly brake applied, so the acceleration is in opposite direction, yes or no? Yes or no? And if you are inside the car, in which direction you feel this jhatka, front or back? Front. इसीलिए क्या होता है, if you suddenly apply a brake, you are moving forward, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is called the pseudo force. Okay. Similarly, suppose you are in the car and suddenly the car starts moving, so you are you realize a force in the back direction, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is called the pseudo force. I give you one more example. Suppose this is a car, okay, and there is a pendulum inside the car. Suppose there is a pendulum inside the car. Now, if the car or the truck, whatever, is at rest or moving with v equals to constant, that means the first case, if a system at rest or moving with constant velocity, the pendulum is exactly there, yes or no? Means tension of the pendulum is equals to weight, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose the car is not rest, neither moving with constant velocity, then what happened? Suppose the car, if the car moving with some acceleration a, suppose forward, so you know what happened, this is the initial point, now the pendulum is here. So what happened, as the car is moving forward, inside the car you realize a mass into acceleration in this direction, and 1 mg is downward. So T is the tension, let this angle is theta. So if this angle is theta, what we can say, this angle is also theta. So this is T cos theta, and this is T sin theta. So we can write first of all T cos theta balance mg and T sin theta balance MA. So dividing 2 by 1 T sin theta T cos theta MA by MG. So what we can write? Am I right? So what we can write? Tan theta is A by G. So theta is tan inverse A by G. So you can find out that angle also, yes or no? Is it okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I want to give you a question and you all please try this question and tell me what happened. And for that, I give you some time also. The question is that a elevator, okay, this is an elevator. And inside this elevator, a weight machine is there. Inside this a weight machine is there. Two friends, A and B. Suppose A is inside the weight machine, and another friend, suppose in the outside in the weight machine. This is B. Okay. So suppose this is the case of a city center. ठीक है. किसी ने एक एलिवेटर के अंदर गया है. सपोज आयन गया है इन सिटी सेंटर के अंदर, और यहाँ पे कौन है और किसको दिखाई दे रहा है? हाँ, शोमाल्य बाहर बैठा हुआ है. ये आयन है, ये शोमाल्य है. A and B. Okay. Suppose the mass of A is 50 kg. This is the actual mass of A. Okay. Now you have 5 situations. First situation, at rest. Con at rest, elevator. Number 1, first situation, elevator at rest. Second situation, elevator moving with 5 meters per second upward. Third case, elevator moving with 5 meters per second downward. Fourth case, acceleration of the elevator 5 meters per second square upward. Fifth case, acceleration 5 meters per second square downward. Clear, everyone? Hello? Everyone, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So total you have 5 cases. At rest, moving with 5 meters per second, moving down 5 meters per second, moving with upward acceleration 5 meters per second square, moving downward with an acceleration 5 meters per second square. So in all these 5 situations, you have to mention how much is the weight, show in the weight measure, how much is the weight shown in the weight machine according to B and according to A. How B calculate and how A calculate. See what is the weight on the weight machine. Everybody, you understand the question? Hello? Everyone, you understand the question? Anyone please say yes or no?
Sir, বীজ আছে ও কি সেম সারফেসে আছে নাকি আলাদা?
না, বি তো এলিভেটরের থেকে বাইরে আছে। সিটি সেন্টারের গ্রাউন্ড ফ্লোরে বসে আছিস, আর এ হচ্ছে এলিভেটরটা উপরে যাচ্ছে, মনে কর বা নিচে যাচ্ছে বা রেস্টে আছে। We can see A, and obviously both know these 5 conditions. At a rest, moving with 5 meters per second, moving with 5 meters per second. So how the B calculate and how A calculate these equations. Understand, everyone? With respect to B, what happened? With respect to A, what happened? That is my question. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So I give you 2 minutes, 5 minutes at least for this and during that time, okay. See, for the first three case, okay, for the first three case, as the system at rest or moving with constant velocity, so A and B for both mg is equals to normal reaction. Yes or no? Yes or no? Hello? Am I audible?
Sir.
Haan, bolo. So because the system is at rest or moving with constant velocity, so normal reaction is the mg. So m is 50, g is 10, that is 500 Newton, and weight machine always measure the mass. So mg, so m is 500 by 10, that is 50 kg. So in all these three cases, weight machine measure. If I want ki how B say how much weight measured by the weight machine. So weight machine according to B, the weight machine measure 50 kg. According to A also, the weight machine measure 50 kg. And yes, if you see the weight machine also measure 50 kg. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now, case 4, when the elevator is moving upward with an acceleration. Case 4, when the elevator moving upward with an acceleration 5 meters per second square, a person on the elevator, let it be A, and the person outside the elevator. So for B, how B measure? It is very clear that mg is acting downward, normal reaction is upward. So how the B calculate, because B is outside the system and B realize that the elevator is moving upward with acceleration 5 meters per second square. So according to B, the normal reaction is greater than mg. So R minus mg is equals to ma. Yes or no? Because the elevator is moving upward with acceleration 5 meters per second square. So how the B measurement, how the B write the calculation? Normal reaction minus mg equals to ma. So normal reaction is mg plus ma, mg plus a, which is 50 kg, 10 plus 5, that is 750 Newton. Normal reaction, weight machine always measure the mass, let the m1 into g. So m1 is 750 by 10, that is 75 kg. Now how the same thing measured by the A? See, as the elevator is moving upward and the person is inside the elevator, so suppose मैंने यहाँ पे announcement कर दिया कि A, that means iron, the elevator is moving upward with an acceleration 5 meters per second square, so you must apply pseudo force. So now how the A apply this? See, the acceleration is moving upward, so a pseudo force is applied downward. Yes or no? ma. So for B, for A, how the A measure this thing? How the A measure this thing? See, is it clear, everyone now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
ध्यान से समझो, हाँ, as the elevator is now moving upward with an acceleration 5 meters per second square, pseudo force is apply downward, and once you apply the pseudo force, now you can directly write the equation. See, now for A, neither the A is moving upward nor the A is moving downward with respect to that elevator. माने A उठते उठते इस दीवार को भी नहीं टच कर रहा है और A इसको तोड़ के नीचे भी नहीं जा रहा है. That means A क्या है? एलिवेटर के अंदर में रेस्ट में है. But realize a force because of the elevator is moving upward, a downward force ma. So for A, the measurement is like normal reaction mg plus ma. You got it? See, you get the same result, but the way of calculation, that is the difference. Yes or no? See? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now how the A measure this thing? Mass G plus A, that is 50, 10 plus 5, 50 into 15, that is 750 Newton. That is R means M1G, M1 equals to 750 by 10, that is 75 kg. Sometime देखो, sometime इस क्वेश्चंस को ना घुमा के भी दे सकता है. कैसे घुमा के? क्वेश्चन ऐसा दे सकता है कि real weight of A is 50 kg and the A is in the elevator, and when he saw the elevator, when he saw the weight machine show 75 kg. So what is the acceleration of the elevator? You can calculate this also. Yes or no? मैंने क्या बोला समझा? अरे बाबा, M1G, that is normal reaction, mg plus A. Now it is 750. That is M is 50. 10 plus A, you can get it now. The elevator is moving upward with 5 meters per second square. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now in the last case, that means E, elevator is moving downward with 5 meters per second square. So mg is downward, normal reaction is upward, and here is B outside, right? And this is A inside. So for B, what is the calculation? Now the elevator is moving downward. So who is higher? M is higher or R is? Mg is higher or normal reaction is higher? According to B, this force is higher or this force is higher as the elevator is moving downward with some acceleration? Mg. So what is the equation for B? Mg minus normal reaction, mass into acceleration. So normal reaction is mg minus ma. So 50, 10 minus 5, that is 50 into 5, that is 250. So R, that is M2G. So M2 is 250 by 10, that is 25 kg. This is for B. Now for A. For A. So, remote ta tomar kache ache. For A. Dekho, for A what happened? A pseudo force applied. Pseudo force is applied in the opposite direction. Mass into acceleration. So for A, what is my equation? R plus ma. These two forces are upward, mg is downward. So what is my equation? Mg minus ma. So 50, 10 minus 5, that is m2g. That is, you can say 250. So m2 is 250 by 10, 25 kg. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everyone got it?
একটু উপরে করো না।
আচ্ছা, এসব নতুন নতুন টেকনোলজি আছে।
হ্যাঁ,
সবাই বুঝতে পারছিস তো? চ্যাট বক্সে আবার কি লিখেছে? হ্যাঁ, ভেরি গুড ডিএনই। কে লিখেছে এটা চ্যাট বক্সে? আয়ান। আয়ান, তোরও তো খুব সুন্দর ভালো রেজাল্ট হয়েছে। আয়ান, মিষ্টি তো খাওয়ালি না? আয়ান,
স্যার
তোর বন্ধু কিন্তু মিষ্টি দিয়ে গেছে বাড়িতে। কে বলতো?
এই তো স্যার, তাই
তোর বন্ধু মিষ্টি দিয়ে গেছে, কে বলতো?
স্যার রোহিত।
হ্যাঁ,
রোহিত।
now I'm going to give you one more question. Okay, a very lovely question, so you can try and tell me the answer. And you realize now if we use this pseudo force concept, why we need that pseudo force concept. Now you realize it much better way. If we use that pseudo force when required, we can very easily solve a question. I just give you an example, a lovely question from HC Verma. See, okay, this is an elevator, and this elevator, a spring balance is there. I think all of you know the spring balance, which always measure
Yes,
the
sir.
mass. Okay, which always measure the mass. And here you have a pulley, and two masses are there. When তোর কত মার্কস আসছে রে?
Sir, 90.6%.
So this is the situation, and the whole elevator is moving upward with an acceleration g by 10 meter per second square. You know the pulley system, you know 1.5 kg is there, 3 kg is there, and the question is that what is the reading of the spring balance. So I just help you to how you calculate this. See, first of all, this spring balance always measure the mass. Now for that, we can suppose let T is the tension on the string. Yes or no? Everyone, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if spring balance always measure the mass, ये tt यहाँ पे मिला के क्या हो जाएगा? 2t हो जाएगा. So my main aim to find out the tension. Once we get the tension, we get the 2t and then divided by mg, because 2t, this tension 2t, that tension is mass into g. You divide it by g, you get the mass measured by the spring balance. Spring balance weight machine, they all measure the weight but show you the mass, not the weight. Clear? Everyone, is it okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now see one more thing. If we don't know this one, otherwise this is a very simple ekdam level 1 pulley question. See, 3g is acting downward, we know very well. 1.5g is acting downward, we know this also very well. This one is moving downward with an acceleration a, this one is moving upward with an acceleration a. So it's a very simple normal pulley question. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Only the complex part is that this one, this is my complex part, that it will moving upward. So if I want to calculate this, first of all, I don't know a. So if suppose a is greater than g by 10, suppose the a is greater than g by 10, so 3 kg moving downward with an acceleration a, at the same time g by 10 upward. And for this one, moving upward with a plus this one, so we add this two for this one, and for this one we add, we subtract. Yes or no? देखो ना, ये नीचे जा रहा है, at the same time ऊपर जा रहा है, ये ऊपर जा रहा है, at the same time ऊपर जा रहा है. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So there is a lots of confusion. इस confusion को निकालने का, देखो, if we use the pseudo force, if we apply here, कि once we apply pseudo force, 2 block is there, this one 1.5 kg and 3 kg. So I can say कि the pseudo force apply in the opposite direction of the motion. So this is 1 year motion, the whole system moving upward. तो इसके अंदर जितना भी mass है सब में pseudo force in the opposite direction apply. So I can use 3g by 10 and here I can use 1.5 g by 10. Bas. Once we apply the pseudo force, मेरा इसका कहानी खत्म. Now we are enter into the inside the system. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now see, now as we are inside the system, now I can easily say CG is acting downward, CG by 10 acting downward, tension is acting down upward, the block is moving downward. So what is my equation from reference to 3 kg block? Anyone please tell me? Shoumitri, tell me. CG is acting downward, CG by 10 acting downward, tension is acting upward, the 3 kg block moving downward. So what is my equation? Shoumitri, Manish, anyone tell me? Anushka, এতজন আছিস কেউ তো বল. সৌমাল্য, দেবদীপ, সৃজা, পারিজাত, কৃতিকা, লিথিকা, শাগনিক, স্নেহা, দেবলীনা. Anyone please tell me? Acha, I help you. See, 3G is acting downward. এত ভয় পাস কেন রে তোরা? 3G is acting downward. 3G is acting downward. 3G by 2 acting, 3G by 10 acting downward. T acting upward. So total downward force 3G plus 3G by 10 minus upward force equals to the difference mass into acid pressure. At least you all understand that part. Tell me yes or no.
G by 10 কেন?
Oh my G by 10, 3G by 10 downward pseudo force.
G by 10
Mass into acceleration. Acceleration into mass.
ঠিক আছে.
Yes. Abhinav.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ঠিক আছে.
Okay, if it is okay, then tell me for this one, 1.5 kg, what is my equation?
1.5 G plus 1.5 G by 10.
উপরের দিকে যাচ্ছে তো T বড় হবে না? বল,
তো প্লাস হবে.
আরে যে উপরের দিকে যাচ্ছে সেই ফোর্সটা বড় হবে না? কি লিখবো বল? আরে এই ফোর্সটা এই দুটো হচ্ছে বড়, তো বড় ফোর্স মাইনাস ছোট ফোর্স না, অপোজিট ডাইরেকশন. তো বল. আরে বল তো আয়ান, বল. আরে anyone say something না?
Sir, T minus 1.5 G
1.5 G
plus 1.5 G by 10.
হ্যাঁ, প্লাস বললে তাহলে উইদিন ব্র্যাকেট বলতে হবে.
তাহলে মাইনাস দিয়ে দেবো.
মাইনাস 1.5 by 10.
10.
শুধু প্লাস বললে কিন্তু ভুল হয়ে গেল, কিন্তু কারণ দেখ শুধু প্লাস হয়ে গেল মানে টি আর তুই 1.5 জি কে একই দিকে, 1.5 জি বাই 10 কে একই দিকে ধরছিস. Is it okay everyone? Because this one and this one are in the same direction. So if you say either say both are negative or use a bracket. Clear?
Yes, sir.
1.5 into A. If you want, you can use bracket here also. So now from this two equation, I can easily cancel this TT and I can use G plus G by 10 common. So what we have, 3 minus 1.5, I can add them. So 3 plus 1.5, that is 4.5 into A. So G is 10. If you want, you can put it in G also. If you want, you can put the value, because later on that GG cancel out. So it doesn't matter. You can use 9.8, you can use 10, you can use 20. It will be remain same, because that finally you GG cancel, you just get the mass. Clear? So 10 by 10 into 1.5 that is 4.5 into A. I can easily cancel this 3. So my A is equals to 11 by 3 meter per second square. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And once I get the value of acceleration, now in any equation, this one or this one, if I put the value of A, I can easily get the tension. So my tension is, I can take 3 common, G plus G by 10, 10 plus 1, 10 by 10, G by 10, minus 3 into 11 by 3. So what I exactly have, 3 into 11 minus 11, 33 minus 11, that is 22 Newton. Yes or no? So if your tension is 22 Newton, 2T, that is 44 Newton, is equals to mass into gravity. So mass is 44 by 10, that is 4.4 kg. Instead of 10, if you use G also, then also you have then 4.4 G, and here you have T is 2.2 G. So mg equals to 2.2 G, G cancel, you get the same answer. Clear, everyone? So if you take the value of G, doesn't matter. If you remove that G, doesn't matter. Clear? So if you take 9.8 also, you get the same answer. If you take 10 also, you get the same answer. Clear, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, अब देखो मैंने तुम लोगों को कल yesterday तुम लोगों को मैंने न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ मोशन का क्वेश्चन पेपर भेजा है, and now you can try all questions. Okay, you can try all questions. Some questions are a little bit tough question, means a little bit conceptual, although I show you all the concepts. Okay, you still try them. Okay, which questions are very good है. If you see in that sheet from 22 to 37, 22 to 37 कितना क्वेश्चन हुआ? 22 to 37, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 16 क्वेश्चन सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी का ही है इसमें से, और एंड सम क्वेश्चंस आर रियली गुड. बाकी जो क्वेश्चंस है फ्रॉम डिफरेंट एंट्रेंस एग्जाम और फ्रॉम other good book questions are there, so you can try all these questions, and then if you have any doubt you can tell me, I can show it in the class even. Okay, spring का concept का एक दो questions है, they are really good question. So if you want, I can give you one class to just show you the questions also, doubts. At Thursday though, even we can try this on quiz day. You have almost whole week, you can try all that 37 questions. कुछ क्वेश्चंस मैंने ऑलरेडी करा दिया है, ठीक है, बट स्टिल यू कैन ट्राई ऑल दिस क्वेश्चन एंड देन आई शो यू. जरूरत पड़ेगा तो सब क्वेश्चन बता देगा, बट फर्स्ट यू प्लीज ट्राई देम. ओके, देन वंस यू ट्राई देम देन यू रियलाइज कि यू एंजॉय इट आल्सो, और तुम लोगों को अच्छा भी लगेगा. बट फिलहाल एक दो क्वेश्चंस मैं तुम लोगों को करा देता हूँ फ्रॉम द एनसीईआरटी पार्ट. लाइक सी, although the initial questions are very simple question, like if I show you 24 number question, देखो क्या बोला है, a body of mass 5 kg, a body of mass 5 kg, and one my request, please don't see the solution from Google or any book. Try them. If you have any problem, then you can tell me in the next class. Okay, but you try by yourself. ठीक है, कोई बुक वगैरह मत देखना, क्योंकि कभी कभी रॉन्ग कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, कभी कभी तुम लोग वहां से जब देखोगे तो फिर यू डोंट एबल टू लर्न देम. ओके, सीखना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. अ बॉडी ऑफ मास 5 kg is act upon by two perpendicular forces 6 Newton and 8 Newton. They are perpendicular. इसमें से कौन सा perpendicular है नहीं बोला है, मतलब which is horizontal which is vertical नहीं बोला है, so you can use any one, no issue. ठीक है. give the magnitude and direction of the acceleration of the body. So I can say my resultant force is F. We know force is a vector quantity. So how I get the force? 6 square plus 8 square. Is it clear, everyone? From the vector point of view, two forces are perpendicular to each other. We get the magnitude root under 6 square plus 8 square. Yes or no? Everyone, yes or no?
Yes.
So my force is 10 Newton, mass is 2 kg. So my magnitude of acceleration is 10 by 5, that is 2 meter per second square. But the question is, see, what is the magnitude and direction? So you can say the direction in terms of angle theta. So tan theta, perpendicular by base, that means 6 by 8, 3 by 4. We all know now tan inverse 3 by 4 is 37 degree, and you have to mention it 37 degree with 8 Newton force. Why? Because you are choosing this one as a horizontal. Okay, so the angle is 37 degree with 8 Newton force, and magnitude is 2 meter per second square, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I show you one more question from NCERT. You please, you all please try this question. Total 37 questions are there. অনেক কষ্ট করে বানানো অনেক ভালো ভালো কোশ্চেনস আছে, প্লিজ ট্রাই। তোরা যেটা যেটা পারবি না আমাকে বলিস, আমি করে দেব, বাট ফার্স্ট ইউ ট্রাই দেম। হ্যাঁ, then the question number C26, a lovely question from NCERT book. A rocket with a lift of mass, this is a rocket, suppose, okay, the lift of mass is 20,000 kg. Okay, is blasted upward with an initial acceleration 5 meter per second square. So this is the thrust and this is the weight. So the question is that calculate the initial thrust. That thrust you have to calculate. Very simple. The rocket is moving upward with an acceleration 5 meter per second square. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So what is your equation? Tell me. Obviously thrust is greater than weight. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
M is the mass of the rocket. So what is your equation? How you write the equation? Manish Kaur ball.
Thrust minus mg is equals to ma.
Very good. I just want that confidence from you. But এই কনফিডেন্সটা যদি তোদের মধ্যে খুব ইজিলি চলে আসে না, দেখবি দিস আর ভেরি ইজি কোশ্চেন। এইসব মেকানিক্স এর করার জন্য ফার্স্ট এই কনফিডেন্সটা দরকার, যে ভুলও হোক কিন্তু ট্রাই কর, যে why the thrust, the acceleration is moving upward, weight is acting downward, that means thrust is greater than weight, so thrust minus weight is mg. So thrust, very good, mg plus ma. এইগুলো এই ইকুয়েশন গুলো এইভাবে লেখা শিখতে পারলেই ব্যাস, আর কিছু নেই। এই শেখাটাই, এই লেখা শেখাটাই আসল জিনিস। দ্যাটস ওয়াই এভরিওয়ান সে কি মেকানিক্স ইজ দ্য গ্রামার অফ ফিজিক্স, কারণ তোর এই লেখাটা শিখতে হবে। তো 15 15 30, 1 2 3 4, তার মানে 3 ইন্টু 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5 না, 10 টু দি পাওয়ার 5 নিউটন না? 5 হবে না 6 হবে? 5ই তো হবে না? হ্যাঁ, ওকে, নেক্সট কোশ্চেন। আর একটা কোশ্চেন ট্রাই করি। এই কোশ্চেনটা দেখ, খুব সুন্দর কোশ্চেন। 36 question is, a block of mass 25 kg is raised by a 50 kg man in two different ways shown in the figure 5.19. Now it's an NCERT question. What is the action on the floor by the man in the two cases if the floor yields to a normal force of 700 Newton? माने ये बोल दिया पहले ही, the normal reaction in or anything you can write, that is 700 Newton. I can use 9.8 or I can use 10. So we use 10 so that it's very easy to calculation for we can easily calculate this. So this is the first case, man holding a string. The mass of the block is 25 kg and the mass of the man is 50 kg. So see basically what happened, 50 g acting downward, 25 g acting downward, and is as it hold by the man. So the whole normal reaction is upward. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in that case, your normal reaction is 25g plus 50g. That means 25 into 10 plus 50 into 10. That is 250 plus 500. That is 750 Newton. That means obviously it's a greater than 700. If you take 9.8 also, then maybe 740 instead of 750, it will be 740 maybe. Yeah, 740 মনে আসবে না, 9.8 হলে কত হয়, 75 into 9.8 এরকমই আসবে, but greater than 700. So you can say yes, this one is the faulty case where that normal maybe it will be broke down. गिरने का chances है. Now in the second case, see what happened. This is the man, okay, and here man को थोड़ा ज़्यादा यहाँ पे एक पुली है, यहाँ पे 25 kg है, यहाँ पे एक स्ट्रिंग है, यहाँ पे this one is the surface, mass of the man is 50 kg. So देखो क्या होगा, this is 50g, this is normal reaction. Yes or no? This is the tension because the man is pulling it, and this is the tension, and this is the 25g. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in that case, what happened? First of all, T equals to 25g. That means 250. Yeah, you can write 25 into 10. 250 Newton. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
কেন
এটা এখানে একে একে ব্যালেন্স করছে, মুভ করছে বলেনি তো, জাস্ট হোল্ডিং।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে,
যদি বলতো যে উইথ সাম অ্যাসিলারেশন টানছে তাহলে উপর নিচে যাওয়ার ব্যাপার ছিল, দে জাস্ট হোল্ড ইট। দেখো ব্লক অফ মাস এত ইজ রেজড বাই আ 5 kg ম্যান। রেজড মানে অ্যাসিলারেশন বলেনি কিন্তু, তো রেজ তো আস্তে আস্তে ভেলোসিটি দিয়েও হতে পারে না। যদি অ্যাসিলারেশন বলতো তো দে মেনশন ইট কি ইট উইল বি মুভিং আপওয়ার্ড উইথ 2 মিটার পার সেকেন্ড স্কয়ার, 3 মিটার পার সেকেন্ড স্কয়ার। ওকে, সো উই জাস্ট টেক দ্য নরমাল ইকুয়ালাইজ কন্ডিশন। ওকে, কি হোল্ড করার জন্য কতখানি লাগছে, ক্লিয়ার?
yes sir.
So 250. Now see, tension is upward, normal reaction is upward, and the mg is downward 50g. So that we already find out, 250 plus normal reaction 50 into 10. So the normal reaction is 500 minus 250. So only 250 Newton. That তার মানে আমি আরো অনেক বেশি মাসকে টানতে পারবো। Yes or no? $50 kg বেশি হয়ে গেলে আবার মানুষটাই উঠে যাবে, তাই না? Understand?
Yes.
So this one is much safer. না ভাঙবে তো না কমসে কম। Yes or no?
Yes.
So that's why we always prefer this one. So this type of all questions are there. You can try. আমি দেখবি এখানের মধ্যে at least out of 37 হয়তো দেখবি আমি 10 to 15 কোশ্চেন আমি করিয়ে দিয়েছি, ঠিক আছে? বাকিগুলো করিস, যেগুলো যেগুলো হবে না নেক্সট ক্লাসে আমি করিয়ে দেবো। ওকে
স্যার
হ্যাঁ
স্যার n is equal to r is equal to 700 নিউটন, এটা কোন কিসের পার্ট ছিল?
এটা হচ্ছে যে বলছে যে এই যে ফ্লোটটা আছে না, এই ফ্লোটটা 700 নিউটন পর্যন্ত নরমাল রিঅ্যাকশন এফোর্ড করতে পারে।
ওকে স্যার।
যার মধ্যে দাঁড়িয়ে আছিস, এই যেমন মনে কর আমি এই টেবিলের মধ্যে বসে পড়াচ্ছি, এবার টেবিলের মধ্যে আমি যদি দাঁড়িয়ে যাই, প্লাস্টিকের টেবিল ভেঙে যেতে পারে না? ভেঙে যাবে মানে কি, চেয়ারের মানে টেবিলের যে পা গুলো সরে যাবে, মানে নরমাল রিঅ্যাকশন ইজ বেশি, তাহলে নিচে পড়ে যেতে পারি না? বুঝতে পারলি?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
বেসের উপর যখন রাখছি তার একটা ক্যাপাসিটি আছে না, তার চেয়ে বেশি হলে পড়ে যেতে পারে না। সো দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ক্যাপাসিটি, না 700 নিউটন ইজ দ্য ক্যাপাসিটি। ওকে, তো এই ক্যাপাসিটির কম ওয়েট আমাকে এখানে দিতে হবে না, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
চলো, দ্যাটস ইট ফর টুডে। I'm stopping the